Welcome to the Road Less Taken. I'm Woolman, joined by my co-host Petty.
Petty Rich.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back.
Oh man, it's good to see everybody again. Now, before we go down this road, let's go ahead and start it like we usually in the middle of our. We are not in no means higher professionals. We're not mental health experts of no kind. We're not psychologists. We're not therapists.
We're not in any kind of training, junior program, man, none of that.
Nor are we sponsored in no way to say any of the things that we say. Everything that we say comes from us, but everything that we say has no professional backing. We are not professionals. We're not sponsors. We're not plants. This is what we do. We just out here talking about something that affects us in our personal daily lives, and as men, it is our responsibility to share anything that we can to the next person. Each one teach one, but we're not professionals.
But there will be links that can help you get help if you need it in the description below.
You know it, and also we're gonna say it verbally for those who don't get it because they don't want to read. If you feel like you want to harm yourself or others, please contact the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. I say one more time, please. If you feel like you are going to harm yourself or others, contact the National Suicide Hotline at 988. All right, I think
Good on that.
we good on that.
So let's get it going.
Ah man, so addiction, right?
Yeah.
We could talk about drug addiction. With the war on drugs. We really started on this on alcoholism,
Yeah.
but we know now with technology and a lot of the information that's coming out more and more and more, that addiction is starting to show itself in wildly different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of jumps back 2 episodes ago, right?
Mhm.
With microtransactions,
Yeah.
right? And then I just told you these parents just beat up their kid like a couple of weeks ago because he spent like four to $4,500
Mhm.
worth of money on video games. Because these microtransactions got the same sense. They got these loot boxes
Mhm.
with the same sensations as like
The dopamine hit that it causes.
with
Yeah.
the pachinko machines and the slot machines and shit. And that's been my issue. And now it's funny. It's like you thought people thinking I'm going to talk about drugs and stuff. No, there's new forms of addiction, sir, that are going to be far more effective than drugs. I just want y'all to notice that I'm not. When I talk about things, I try to hit things that you wouldn't consider, because the society always wants us to look at the obvious before I go forward.
Yeah.
I want y'all to understand. So it's like, damn, you do be talking about some things, but why don't you ever talk about the things that I'm going through, right?
Mhm.
I'm a drug addict, or I'm a this. It's like, we get that. But we have to point out the outliers.
Yeah.
We got to point out how far the reach is, right? To destabilize our mental health. We got to see how deep this bitch go. Because to be fair, we all got, I smoke hella weed.
Mhm.
I could smoke less. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I know, most people could, and most people probably say the same.
Mhm.
But we know deep down that is surface level. That is something we all see on TV. That's something we all know. But nobody really talking about the dangers of microtransactions,
Mhm.
or the digital addictions,
Mhm.
right? Right. So, back at it, right? So, Web3,
Yeah.
right? Blockchain, right? I was just watching this shit with Sega, because Sega just said they not doing no pay to earn type gaming shit, right? Have
Mhm.
you heard of pay to earn?
I can't say that I have no.
Right, because it's a new concept
Okay.
that's coming out with Web3 and shit.
Okay.
Where they gonna start making video games where you can play video games and make money.
All right.
Yeah, but like it's concerning, you know,
Mhm.
because let's look at the free to play models, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you free to play the game, right? But are you not? Is it necessarily free to actually play? You know what I'm saying? You got to put money into that shit. So pay to earn. Like, you think they gonna throw away the free to play?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of earning and taking, earning and taking, earning and taking, earning and taking. That's a whole new level of immersion, right?
Yeah.
A whole new level of addiction. Like they trying to get now. They trying to. It's just they trying to. Oh my God. Could you do you understand what I'm saying?
They're doing it from both angles.
Yeah, bro. Like, they're enticing you with a stick and poking you with the fork.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go back, or you go in the red, but go on forward, reach the prize.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to get wild, man. Like, we're in a time now that they're gonna be able to keep us in these things. You know, they're gonna be able to. They're gonna. You know, that $45,000 is gonna be $45,000 with another family. The way they trying to immerse.
Yeah.
And the way they trying to connect our finances and stuff, it's gonna be easier and easier and easier to tap into these funds to give to these entities. You know what I'm saying? Like, way easier than it would be to buy alcohol. Way easier than it would be to buy drugs. It's easier to put yourself in another world. It's easier to put yourself in another scenario. You know, but let's not just start on digital, right?
Yeah.
Because there's other aspects of addiction that's hard pressed, right?
Yeah.
Some people are addicted to themselves.
Narcissists even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because narcissism expresses itself in so many different ways. Because the thing is that addiction comes from the lack of, right?
Or just because narcissism affects a select portion of the population, maybe just the people that are just hyper obsessed with themselves.
Right, because I think it's just personally me, to be hyper obsessed with yourself means that you don't have anybody to really obsess over you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The way you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about hypergamy, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, where the female essentially just wants the best suitor
Mm-hmm.
to procreate, right? Right? I look at narcissism like they're simply looking for the best suitor to be vulnerable with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but their shit is so on other levels, bro. Like, they're looking for something that's not necessarily easy to find. And so what you look at as them loving themselves,
Mm-hmm.
it's more so them just kind of compacting themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, into this hard material that you can't really get through, you know? But there's something there.
Yeah.
It's just not accessible for everybody. And they forget that, oh, this doesn't have a lock or key. You know? So
Yeah.
the people that they want to get in, there's no way in.
Yeah.
So the only way for anyone to get in is for them to come out. But they're surrounded by, but the thing is the thing that they're encased in is made of mirrors.
Yeah.
So what do all they see?
Themselves. Yeah.
You know? So, and then it goes for, you know, there's addiction in the opposite sex. People are just addicted with their presence,
Mm-hmm.
with their touch, the feelings,
Mhm.
etc. To the point of change, that's all they think about. You know what I'm saying? To the point they're so addicted to the opposite sex that that's how people get dehumanized.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you start dehumanizing the things that you get addicted to. It just becomes a means to an end.
Right.
You know, like, think about like how people do kind of not so ethical things for drugs, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with any kind of addiction. You kind of throw your ethics and shit. It throws your shit off. You know what I'm saying? And then there's addictions to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people like to work out all the time. They're addicted to that shit. Because once you get to a certain point, you get a euphoria, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are you doing it for the euphoria, or do you have a purpose in your workout?
I mean, the workout just becomes a part of their being.
Right, but is it necessarily a good thing?
It depends on to what level they're, taking it to.
But what was their purpose in the first place?
Oh, just to maintain health.
You say that, right?
Yeah.
But that's only that's something I have to accept. I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
But is that the truth?
Whose truth are we talking here?
But that's their truth.
Yeah.
Is that their truth? Is
Yeah.
is that why for real? Is that they true for real? Is
Mm-hmm.
that why they, or is they chasing something, chasing a feeling, chasing a thrill? It's the same shit because after a certain time, right? They start certain high level athletes start excreting dopamine when they work out.
Yeah.
And that's how you have extreme sports, because they trying to recreate the same phenomena.
All right, so the extreme sports example, I personally have always been a fan of skateboarding and BMX, but I like to be more tech, whereas like I'm on the ground, but I'm pulling off certain tricks that don't require me going off like.
I'm talking about extreme sports like kayaking down a goddamn river.
I know, but
my bad.
like with the skateboarding, like you see motherfuckers going off these huge half pipes or ramps or shit like that where they're like 50, 60 plus feet in the air. Like that's not me.
Nah.
Like I get a thrill from just watching them do that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So for me, I get my thrill off of just pulling off a tech trick where I'm like close to the ground. So like there's degrees to it. Like I'm not going to push past like where I feel comfortable. Like this is my level of thrill. Like this is good enough for me. And others don't have that. Like, I don't see myself escalating to the point where you'll be seeing me skydive or free or base jumping or shit like that. So it's like.
But you see people, in the gym tearing their shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't know when to stop, because they keep feeling the goodness, And then there's people who needs that next big hit, and it be their last hit, or they need to go 3,000 feet below the ocean. 2 miles below the ocean.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, people are addicted to thrills. People are addicted to that dopamine, however way they can achieve it. You know what I'm saying? And we need to really come to its core. We want something more out of our lives. We want purpose. We want something that makes us feel alive. We want to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, at its core, whether we're doing drugs, working out, playing video games,
working.
You know what I'm saying? All these factors that we tend to get addicted to, right? Another person.
Yeah, another person.
You know what I'm saying? What do they all have in common?
They're
fulfilling.
Yeah.
They make you feel alive.
Yeah.
That's the core thing that we want to be. We want to feel alive in the lives that we live. You know what I'm saying? And we tend to forget that we are alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard when we constantly have things in our faces that try to deter us. When we constantly try to do better for ourselves in this reality, and it shows itself to be cruel.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to understand why a lot of us run away to the things that we run to, because we want to feel more alive in the things that we do than when we do in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's a bad thing to want to feel alive, but you have to realize what you're doing to feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where did things fall short to make you go the alternative route, right? Mm-hmm. What made you go to video games? What made you go to drugs? What made you just go to sex? What made you just go to this? What made you go to that, right? Yeah. Something led you there. I can't tell nobody who led them down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But there's definitely it started somewhere, Like my weed smoking, came from for me personally. I like smoking, but I know I don't went above and beyond my line of duty for that shit. But it came from a lot from like my service in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really all that, traumatized, but
it took its toll on you.
It took a toll. It took its toll, definitely. Like for me personally, like when I was angry before weed.
Mm-hmm.
I was always overthinking. I still overthink, but it was just really hard when I got out, having to you know, take in what everything that really transpired, man. I just didn't feel as accomplished as I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my marriage fell apart. I was kind of homeless, so it was just like I was staying with homies. I wasn't on the streets, but it was just like
Couch surfing or whatever they can over of. Yeah.
you know. And I was like, so this is the fruit of my labor. You know what I'm saying? But so you know, I hit me some weed, and it's like fuck it, like you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna make something happen. You know, just save my bread or some shit. You know, I just was less in my head with weed, but now I'm getting to a point in my life where, you know, I can admit that it's been more. I've been more dependent than anything
Mm-hmm.
on something because it got me in a place where I could, you know what I'm saying? But still, you know, I know where I came in on this. I can't say I don't know how this all happened in my life where it's like, damn, I want to stop smoking, but this and this and that.
Yeah.
I know where it came from, and that's just my example for anybody who don't who want to act like they don't. You just gotta really think like where did I come into this rodeo?
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
So I also had my moments where I abused my weed, smoking. That was in my 20s. Like that was when I was also at my heaviest. And so, addiction, I could say, is like I've had a dusting of it. Like I have, for me, it's been food, definitely. Uh, Again, just chasing like this weird feeling, and I would get from just eating various types of food, be it fast food or certain restaurants, what have you. But mostly fast food. It was just like because I was just working shitty hours, I just wasn't doing anything with my life. I was just, on standby. It felt like just floating through and stagnant. And growing up, my parents were all about home cooked meals. Like we would rarely eat out. Then the few times they would let me eat like junk food was either it'd be like at a birthday party that would be I'd be invited to, or like every once in a while there'd be like a family cookout, whatever. But for the most part, home cooked meals. So for me to stray like that and just start eating like hella fast food and just garbage food in general, just like a lot of like just crap, like snacks, candy, that type of shit. Just like I had completely straight. I was just like I was slightly above 400 pounds. I was just like I had to take a step back. I was like, what are you doing? Like who are you? Why are you doing this? And then so I slowly started undoing all that, like fighting against my impulses.
That's a hell of a feat, bro. You don't look that at all. Oh my god.
And it was a lot of work. That's the thing that people don't talk about when it comes to losing weight, is just like, you could set yourself on the path to, eat right. And I personally, I don't do I did at first do like the calorie counting, but then it was just like, I just know it's just like, I'm just going to stick to eggs, steak, avocado, fish, like just that type of eating, and I'll be good. But like as far as counting calories, I don't fuck with that. Like it's just not my thing, not my jam.
I feel it. It looked like whatever you did worked out.
A lot of it was cutting the soda out. Like that's what people didn't believe at first. Is like because that's the first thing that I attacked. Because that was like the first thing that I noticed was my big issue. Because like after I slowly started weaning myself off of it, like I told you before off mic, like not just now, but like in the past, like I would see like a Coke advertisement, and like I could taste, like I would start salivating a little bit. I could taste it in the corner of my mouth. I was just like, this is deeper. I really need to stop this. So
it sounds like it's because I bro,
and not just soda, there's like all types of food. Like there's all the chemicals that are in it to keep you hooked. It's just like, it's real, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep trying to push this whole body positivity thing. Like they've like hijacked it to mean something else, to
sell us more shit to stay fat.
Yes. And it's just like, all right,
because I ain't got shit against fat people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a struggle.
It is. Like I was not happy. Like there were times where I'd be sleeping and I'd wake up like choking, like because I'd stop breathing at night. I'd wake up tired, man. Like I'd wake up short of breath. Like I'd be like fucking walking around the block the entire night. I was just like, yo, you gotta change some shit here, dude.
You wake up tired?
Yes. I would wake up tired and out of breath.
That's wild. That's a lot to
That's why this
overcome,
really
G.
bothers me, dude. Like the fact that they're still trying to push this shit is just like, no, dude. Like I lived this, like, and that was just like the entry point. Like I didn't go past that. Like I can't even imagine for people that are heavier than 4, 5. Like,
It's bad, man. Like, I know some cats. You know, I ain't gonna put them out there, but yeah, bro. I've seen, bro. When I was like, bro, I went to Japan.
mm-hmm,
I went to their 7-Eleven,
mm-hmm.
and I instantly the first thing I said was, "America's trying to kill us."
Yeah, that's what they're exporting is just like garbage
Yeah.
fucking food.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Like I should say garbage lifestyle like practices.
It's impractical. It's not sustainable to live off of, bro. Like, you can't go to 7-Eleven and live off of 7-Eleven, right? That's just not feasible. You will literally get some kind of cancer.
Yeah.
But you can most definitely do that in Japan. You could live your whole life off of 7-Eleven food in Japan. And that's how, because there's no sodas, bro. Like, they only had, like, Coke. That was it.
Uh-huh.
No other sodas. Like,
What about fruit drinks, that type of shit?
Like, what fruit drinks?
Like they're like apple juice, like orange juice, that type of shit. Like, is that a thing? Like,
It was no. It was a lot of teas, a lot of coffees and milks. Like they had a lot of peach drinks.
okay, so I guess that could fall under that.
Different regions and stuff. Like, it was different juices basically. Like, it was nothing. None of the shit you see out here.
Right.
None of that shit.
Right.
Go to Denny's. Completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Different as fuck. Like, the whole dietary value of Denny's here and Denny's there, night and day. Night and day, bro. Like, the colors and shit that they use in the cereal, completely different. Like, they got Fruit Loops and stuff out there, completely different. like it's wrong, bro. I get where it's wrong the way they feed us, man. Like, cause it's like, it's not just overweight people, bro. Cause I suffer. My family has diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yeah.
I look good, but you know, I can still be succumb to the bullshit of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you want to know what I believe will always be the best remedy?
What's that?
It's just like abstinence, but it's like moderation.
Yeah.
I know it's fucked up to say, but that's the best weapon you have in America, in my opinion.
But it's difficult because they make it so easy for you to just overindulge.
But like, that's why we have to exert control, discipline, moderation.
Yeah, dude.
Like, just because you can don't mean you have to.
And that was the difficult part at first for me to overcome or manage, is just like not succumbing to the impulses.
Bro.
And that's like, whatever, it's such a case by case basis, because like,
Go ahead, my brother. You
because
deserve it. I'm hearing you, bro.
because not everyone's gonna have like the same willpower to be able to stand on their 10 toes and just be like, no, I'm not gonna give in to this today. No, and it's just like, you just have to find a way to develop some sort of accountability for yourself to be able to, and just, if you make it through one day without succumbing to your impulses, cool, like pat yourself on the back and then just repeat that over and over again, because I mean, it's just like the prize is being able to like fight your impulses. Like, that's what I felt like it was like me on the mat just wrestling against myself, and I'm like constantly getting these urges to like just eat like shit. It's just like, nah, dude, like I can't.
Was there times in your startup when you started this path of losing weight, right? Was there times you felt you've backslid?
Yeah, definitely. And
what helped you overcome those mental hurdles to keep going?
I would talk to myself and be like, look, you're slipping again. Like, do you really want to go? Do you want to keep slipping and then eventually end up where you started? Do you just want to restart this whole thing over again?
Okay, yeah. So it's a lot of digging deep.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, wow, bro. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you brought that up, Because it's like body positivity, honestly, is subjective. Objectively, we need to try to be as healthy as we can be. We're not telling everybody to be a certain weight and a certain height. We're telling you to be the healthiest that you can fucking be.
Yeah.
So that you can live long. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if most people got away from their dietary habits, they would just literally naturally. Honestly, I think if people just stopped drinking soda, because I was about to bring that up.
Sodas and juices, man. That shit's that's what. If you really cut that shit out, that's gonna be like
I gained weight after, like, muscle weight.
Mm-hmm.
I gained muscle after stop drinking soda for 2 months, bro, in the military. So I believe that shit.
Yeah, dude. And it also, when you're doing this, like, try not to like find a way to reward yourself by like indulging in these things again. Just be like, recognize, like, reward yourself by recognizing that, like, you're getting away from these things that originally got you in this predicament in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, like, a lot of trends rely on finding a way to reward yourself, and again, reward can mean various different things depending on who you're talking to. So,
you know, I would say instead of rewarding yourself, commit to your efforts.
There you go. That's a different way to put it. Yeah.
Right. Commit to your disciplines. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I have a problem with that reward yourself shit, treat yourself shit. It's too many celebrations and no effort applied. You know what I'm saying? What are we celebrating and rewarding ourselves for? You know what I'm saying? When we need to commit to what we try to ourselves in a way that will truly apply change in your life, man.
Yeah.
Because I tried to do that same shit. Oh, I'll go and reward myself, and then it just became self-indulgence.
Yeah. It's another trap.
Yep. Treating yourself is like the rabbit trap where they bait your ass into the bullshit. Just commit to your efforts, man.
Yeah.
You know, I get where you coming from, bro. That's some good shit, bro.
The next addiction, though, that I am still battling with is this goddamn porn.
Bro, you ain't wrong. It's another easy access, easy peasy. You know.
It's even amplified by the lack of attention that I've been getting from ladies. So it's just like, because it's so easily available and you see these beautiful women doing such awful things. But the thing I found myself struggling with is, like,
right.
At the hot, like, I've fluctuated. There's been points where, like, I just find myself doom scrolling on these fucking sites. Like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Like, stop this. Like,
I get you.
So,
the same, bro. But, like, you know what made me really kind of pull away from it? It's a recent phenomenon. The numbers, bro. You start looking at numbers, bro, you'll realize this whole bitch is rigged. Like, the dating sites, all the FCC sites. Yeah. Like, you find, like, I found out that more than half of men are single and unmarried. Yeah. And more than half of women are with child. Which means that there's a lower percentage of men impregnating most of the women, statistically. And then on top of that, they're promoting hypersexuality all around us, right? Yeah. But the numbers don't reflect that we're being very sexual at all, which means that we're being pandered to in the wrong way, right? And, like, I was just watching a podcast, and and then it's just like it's just a bunch of resentful people. You're gonna have a bunch of resentful men. You know what I'm saying? Look at most of these horrific actions that's been happening in the last 10 years. Yeah. You know, this is all pent up here because a lot of people were promised one thing and was given nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you gotta, as a man, pave your own way. You can't expect anything from nobody, regardless of how you identify. You got to just go out there and make your own way. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily. And when I say that, I don't mean take. I'm gonna just make sure that I ain't telling nobody to take shit. Just saying, as a man, in a place that doesn't find you, that doesn't provide you a way, you got to make your own way.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find something that brings you a value, because yeah, it's a small percentage, but it's possible. And in the world, it's not. This is only like what, 5% of the population.
Yeah.
Of 8 billion people. Like, culture changes. We got to be more open-minded about how we go about our lives as men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't, and what I mean by open-minded, we got to be a little more broad and as far as what's in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need, like, for example, you need like a virtual private network or a VPN, right?
Yeah.
Change your VPN to like a different country and just see how they operate.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't go anywhere, right? At the very least, get you a VPN.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Start looking at what these other countries are about. People need to start kind of stepping outside of the American propaganda of things,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all addiction. You know, you can't get you can't get you a bitch. Go ahead and get you a prostitute.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't really afford a prostitute. Look at these reruns of porn we leave on your websites. Cause I promise you this: if you have specific fetishes and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like, and you only watch certain things, it's not a lot of porn.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, unless you're paying for OnlyFans and shit, where you're watching exclusive shit.
Yeah.
Which I don't, because
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck? It's a whole level of what the fuck.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like, I don't even, like, bro, all I have is, the only subscription I got now in my life is Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I don't even like Netflix. Like, bro, like, low key, like, it's just the only reason I got this because of Stranger Things, some Tekken. It's got a few bangers that I would normally watch, but like, as far as just subscriptions, that shit adds up, dude.
Yeah.
And I just saw what OnlyFans was for what it was. It's like, that's just the realm of the abyss, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It's the realm of the. That's why, personally, I've been fighting my own shit.
mm-hmm.
You got to, bro, because like, if you don't, that's gonna be the only shit that's available.
Yeah, dude.
And it's gonna suck, because you're gonna be really putting in subscription. You're gonna be putting in that subscription time, bro. And nobody trying to do that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why moderation's so important, bro. Like, you know, like, for me, like, we gotta put purpose behind our efforts.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we get away from porn. We gotta find purpose. A lot of times it's because we don't have a direction in where we're going. Sometimes we feel like we're in a corner, when we just gotta honestly just keep moving forward.
That was the other thing realization I had early on when I was fighting this whole thing. When I started slowly chipping away at my bad eating habits, is just like getting to the purpose and just like making better use of my time.
Yes.
Like with people, when you're out there trying to better yourself, you have to be conscious of how you're using your time, what you're putting into, and that could bolster your efforts, and you'll start seeing results as you progress further and further. Is making better use of how you use your time.
Absolutely. Like, how you use it, who you use it, where you use your time, bro. Because, you know, we gotta.
You're never getting it back.
Never. Ever, ever, ever. So it's okay to let people go. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't have to, you know, you can be right and still be wrong. You know, everybody has their thing, but if you're truly trying to be free, only you can. You are responsible for your own personal mental health at the end of the day, regardless of how many experts tell you otherwise. Be real with you, and this is just being personal. This is being man to man. Like, they can give you all the diagnoses, all the medicines, sins, all that, right? But it's on you to take them. It's on you to apply what they tell you. It's on you to take in what they're giving you.
And
right?
maintain consistency.
Right.
Stay consistent with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like your safety, right?
Yeah.
Just like your safety. Your mental health, like, you got to compare your mental health to your personal safety. You're responsible for both. You know, like it's on you to maintain your own personal safety. Like it's on you to maintain and to commit to your own personal mental health, because essentially, you know, only you can apply it. They can give you right,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I'm not a professional, but I'm saying like they can only tell you so much.
It's
You
like
know,
that led you to the lake.
right? They can give you all the pills all day, but if they stay on your cabinet and you ain't taking a single pill, you know, or if they give you these advice methods or these journals and they're left blank, you know what I'm saying? Is that the mental health problem? Is that their fault?
No,
No.
it's back on you.
It's
Man.
back on you because you're responsible for your own personal mental health. You know, they're not just gonna be like the golden child, touch you in the forehead, and then just,
Yeah.
you know, I have clarity. Like the fuck,
Yeah.
like you gotta really kind of just apply. You gotta apply. The same way you apply yourself to looking up them porn sites, the same way we apply ourselves to get to them food things, the same way I apply myself to get to the dispensary, same play I apply myself when I want some pussy. You know what I'm saying? The same way I apply myself when I want to get my massages or my little things that make me, you know what I'm saying? Because or the spa, because I love the massages, boy. I got a massage place I go up here because I can't go without it, yo. Oh, my God. But lately, you know, inflation and shit, bro, they doing too much. We want $15 for what? I've been tempted to buy a chair. I had lost track. Cause I'm like, cause it's like I've been thinking about getting a massage chair, bro. And I had to say that. I just was like, yo, cause I need one of those. Cause it's like, bro.
Yeah.
I went to the spa. I don't know if I brought this shit up, bro. Like I went to the spa.
I think you did, but we weren't filming.
Oh yeah, I went to the spa last month, bro. Pride month, but nonetheless, you know, why would you bring that up? What does that have to do with anything? I went to a public spa. I paid my hard-earned money to go to a spa, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get my, you know, I brought swimming trunks. I don't like being all super naked in there. I just be wanting to feel my spa-ness and just spa out. You know, I gotta have my dick flopping in the water and shit. It made no sense to me. It's the etiquette. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm wearing the trunk swim. Like, nigga, leave me alone. But then they was giving me some shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go downstairs and work out first then. I was like, I'm in the mood to kind of let out some shit, right? So I work out for like a couple hours, bro. Feel a nice sweat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Just gonna go in there, right? So I take off my swim trunks and everything, and I got my towel and shit. And I was like, I want to go into the eucalyptus steam room because they got a eucalyptus steam room. I was like, that's kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there, bro. It's hella niggas in there, bro, and hella dudes in the steam room. I didn't mind because I was like, there's a spot right there that I can sit, like where I'm at right now. There's like the nearest person was like about as far as you, but over there and shit, right? And then there was like the same amount of distance with the next dude right there, and there was nobody behind me. Like the wall for me was like this glass wall, so I'm like, cool, ain't nobody behind me, and all the bullshit I can see in front of me for the most part. So I'm just gonna mind my business, get my little. Honestly, I'm like, I don't know why I was in there with all them niggas, be for real, but I really wanted to be in the steam room first before I went to the sauna, but whatever. Anyway, I'm chilling. Nigga, I go to the right. Niggas giving each other fellatio. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, it was just so, you know. Now, I'm not addicted to that, but that's how I like to treat myself. But I feel like I feel like maybe I treat myself too much or not enough. You know, and what I mean is like maybe I'm not paying enough. Like maybe I need to like go find a better massage spot and just do it like that and shit, you know. But yeah, bro, back to what I was saying. We need to learn a moderation in the land in America, right? Especially. You need moderation. You got to learn how to keep yourself under control because they're going to try to sell you something that's not necessarily there or is going to cost you a lot of money to have.
They trying to paywall everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Not just for men. It's going to be for women soon. You know, look how many women are single. That's a growing number. Just because it's more women that's pregnant, women outnumber men still.
Yeah.
So it's still just as many women's getting kids and shit, just as many women without kids. Ain't got no man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of cats.
Huh?
They got plenty of cats.
Plenty of dogs nowadays too.
Yeah. No
But
man though.
shit, there's a lot of dudes who ain't no women.
I know.
So you know, but yet sex is
so confounding.
but yet sex is hyper promoted, right?
Yeah.
Sex is everywhere, but nobody having sex. Ain't that some shit? It seemed like the only ones who's having sex is the one throwing money everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like a pay to win game, you know. Only niggas that's actually getting the items of the whales. Life feel like Genshin Impact. Motherfuckers got extra rolls and shit.
Yeah.
I want the 5-star bitch. Like, damn. I still got this 3-star hoe. Like, damn, that's what's up. You know, maybe next time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, that's why if self-control, self-discipline, it opens you up to a new realm of opportunity anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you find yourself being able to control the urges that come your way, you definitely have a better edge over most people. You know, because having sexual discipline, having food control, knowing how to maintain a proper diet, knowing how to keep your pride in check, and knowing and not allowing technology to consume your time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of factors to it, man. We got to start reading books and going outside for real. For real. That's my solution to everything. You got to start reading books. You know, got to start going outside, start engaging with real people. No matter how mundane the conversation is, we got to start we got to start being in touch with reality for real. However you do it, you know, we got to be more involved with the world that we live in, and not in the things that we indulge in. You know,
Yeah.
be the change that you want to see in the world. We can't because
And
even
that's actually, that cheesy line you just said, that's actually what I kept telling myself as I fucking went down this path. It's just like, I wanted to see this better change. So yeah, dude, it's just like, it's one thing to say, it's
not the
another
line
thing.
being cheesy.
Say with love, but
It's hella cheesy.
no, that's who I am. I'm a cheesy dude, deep down at heart. I'm cheesy. I'll bump a person's cholesterol level up, but yeah, dude, it's as someone that was taught, you know, moderation and all that. It's interesting to me to see to look back and see how kind of got like straight away from that, and then. I don't know. It made me wonder how people that never really had that imparted on them, like how to get a grasp on it in the first place.
Honestly, I may not have had that, but again, all addiction centers a single idea. We want to feel alive.
Trying to feel that feeling.
Right. I don't need to understand, you know what I'm saying, that how it felt for you to eat, because I know I wanted the same thing. I just went at it a different way.
Yeah.
I want to feel alive. You wanted to feel alive through food. I do it through weed. You know what I'm saying? People do it through pussy. People do it through their own respective methods. But everybody understands how you feel if they're addicted, because we all want the same result.
Did it through the pussy route through all those fucking parties I used to attend.
You know.
Yeah, so I took a step back from that too. I was like, oh, this is a bit much. Like that through experiencing that too. I was just like, I felt like there's something off about like partaking in this type of lifestyle. It was just like, at first it was wild, it was interesting, but then I had like taking a step back and looking at it all. It was just like, it was weird.
Like, I felt like for me, that wasn't my addiction. It was the core of my addiction was the porn.
Yeah.
Because it was the porn that led me there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was never the act of me going for pussy, trying to pay for nothing or whatever. It was just me constantly exposing myself to hypersexual activity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my mind subconsciously wanted to constantly want to repeat that process. So honestly, it was just it just kind of led me back to the same. Again, it all leads me back to just I need to reel it all back in.
Yeah.
Like I have plenty of access to the things that I want, even though I don't want it. You know,
It's not doing me any good.
no, it's like I want it, but I don't want it. My body wants it, but I personally know I don't need it or want it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just something. It's something that I'm constantly exposing myself to. Something that I'm constantly giving credence in my life, and it led me down. It led me down ways that I didn't want to. You know, but because I'm constantly and I just got done with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, it's just I want, and then I realized I wanted more than that shit. At first, it was like, yo, I just want some pussy. These bitches can go elsewhere, whatever, bro, because this and this and that. But then it was like, what's the point of being with a woman if I'm gonna constantly just have these dehumanizing feelings about them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could just be by myself for real because I feel like shit after anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like there's only one part that feel good, and it's like fuck that part too. Like real shit, it gets to a point where you're like fuck the good feeling, fuck the bad feeling, fuck all the feelings, bro. Like, and that's where I got honestly recently with porn. It's just like fuck all this, bro. It's like it gets to the point where you lose sight of just why that addiction in itself is something else, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know, and you got to reel that back in because I feel like that's one of the more destructive. I think that's more destructive than drugs, in my opinion, because constant exposure to hypersexuality is only bound to dehumanize the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is regardless of your sexual orientation on that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a girl liking girls, you're gonna just dehumanize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing go with gay men. It's because all of it's gonna. Because for me, it's just whatever side you choose is gonna be the dehumanizing party on in your psyche,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because now all you're chasing is that image. You're chasing that. You know what I mean? People want to kind of play that now. Either you're trauma bonding, or you're going down a rabbit hole, a different method, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you really have to kind of reel yourself the fuck in. You gotta kind of just, okay, I know I can do this shit. I know I can watch this shit. I know I got the bread for this shit. I know, I got that shit. Like, this is not us telling you not to do something. Just you can do it, but choose not to.
And it's to kind of put a bow on it too, as corny as it's gonna sound. That's one of the reasons why I stayed away from hentai. Is like I didn't want, because I love anime, but I don't want the too fucking pervert. Like I don't want it to be fucking perverse. Like but I know that we all know that there's like different levels to nudity when it comes to anime.
Hentai is a whole nother extreme.
But that's the thing is like I didn't want the association of anime to be along with hentai, like because I don't want to be like, hey, I'm watching anime, but you should watch some porn instead. Like I don't want to be led down that. Yeah, I don't want that.
Well, only reason why, because like for me, hentai and I.
It sounds like a
hentai and I.
That's gonna be your monthly newsletter.
Welcome to another episode of Hentai and I. Starring Petty Rich. The tentacles went far. I used to back in middle school. Used to sell hentai.
What the fuck,
bro? So. I think it was like my 8th grade year, right? I think it was my 8th grade year, right? And my dad and our Social Security got mixed up, so I couldn't get free lunch. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I couldn't get free lunch, so the homies, they was from like group homes and shit. And one of them put me on to that shit. It was like, you ever seen hentai? I was like, what the fuck is hentai, bro? And he showed me this shit. I was like, we can sell this shit. And so I started selling that shit to the 6th graders, so I can get some lunch, bro. Nigga was hungry, bro. I was like, yeah. I started selling it to the 6th graders.
Oh fuck, dude.
But then this one motherfucker snitched on me, and
It all came crumbling down.
yeah, but that's how I got introduced to hentai.
Gotcha.
Like I can definitely separate it because I have certain tastes. So it's like, you know, and in the Japanese they do too much, bro. So I can't even go that far with them anyway, bro. It's like I'm gonna stay in my lane. You gotta stay in your motherfucking lane when it comes to hentai, bro. Just stay in your lane. Don't get curious. You don't get. That's all. That is the best way to stay safe. I'm just giving you my opinion. Like, this is my path.
That's why I never even like to venture out into that.
Just stay in your lane. Like, like, you in that shit. It's like, I can't tell you. I can't stop you. I can only give you advice. Like, if you ain't trying to lose yourself,
I'm not.
Stay.
I've lost myself enough.
This is not you. I'm talking about everybody else. Cause we not professionals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, the only way I can help you is to tell you how I got through it without coming out with those crazy fetishes and shit. You just stay in your motherfucking lane because it gets crazy, bro. You just be like, you know what, that ain't for me. I'm going this way. Like, oh no, like, yo, read all tags, bro. Read the tags, bro. Oh my God, read the tags. You need to read the tags. Yo, I highly suggest you read the tags.
Yeah.
You need to read the tags. Mo, I need you to tell the audience.
Read the tags, everybody.
Read the goddamn tags, bro, because you'll be thinking you reading something and it goes left. You want to know what you involved in before you read that shit. You know, like, man, these are skills. These are skills. Like, honestly, you shouldn't read it at all.
Yeah.
But y'all not going to listen to me. So read the tags. At the very least, read the motherfucking tags. Please. Oh, my God. People, read.
For real, dude.
Read the fucking tags. That's my best. I think that's my greatest advice to anybody out here browsing the web, bro. Please read the tags. Please read the synopsises. You know, thumbnails even help. Yeah. You know, you got to be a detective, bro. You don't want to, and you know, just because you can click it don't mean you should. Don't mean you should, bro.
That's how you end up getting fished or getting your identity stolen and all types of other weird
shit. Or
shit.
just being mentally scarred because you saw some shit you was not trying to see that day.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the middle of the ocean for months, so I got mental resilience like a motherfucker. But not everybody's got that mental resilience, bro. You don't want to see everything you see, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen things. I read the tags. Let's just say that. Let's say that. I seen things, and now I read the tags. Like, I don't... You gotta read the tags, bro. Bro, because the Japanese are weird, bro. I love them. I love anime. But, like, there's the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
When it comes to Japan, they have a dark motherfucking side of the moon. And if you're not prepared, it might mentally break you.
Yeah.
To the point it's like, you know what? That's why I be like, you know, I'm going to stay in my lane. I learned. I was like, I'm going to stay in my lane. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay in your lane. Don't ever go. But if you do, just stay in your motherfucking lane. Like, read the tags.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm on this for a fuck long time, but I cannot stress this enough. When you decide that, I'm going to go into the art porn. Stay in your motherfucking lane. Stay in it. You straight? That's on your mind. That is on you, sir. Like, y'all have been thoroughly warned. Oh, you've been thoroughly warned. So whatever happens to your mindset and your psyche or your life even is not on me. Or on this conversation. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, I watch hentai. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in my lane. It's you know, it doesn't bother me as much.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't watch it as much. Mm-hmm. I don't watch it anymore. Well, not even watch. Because you know what? I take that back. I don't watch hentai. I read I don't know the manga version of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a reader than I am a anime because it's just like, I'm not going to watch cartoons, do the cartoon thing, but, you know, the power of imagination. No, I'm sorry. Nah, but on a real shit, it all it's all fun and games because at the end of the day, not everything is foolproof. Not everything is gonna be just solid. You just got to take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of navigate yourself in your own personal life, the things that affect you, and the things that get you riled up, and you just got to figure out how to reel it in, or at least like they say in alchemy, how do you transmute that energy into something else?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look at it as like a raw piece of energy that can be converted into anything you set your mind and heart to, and you just go for it. Or you can just beat your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that. You know what I'm saying? You can literally do anything with the energy that you harness, but you know, it's on you to figure it out, man. Like you got to work hard, you got to put in the time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? We all fall short in the glory of the Lord. You know what I mean? And that's just on my thing. So no man, and it also says in the Bible that no man is good. Only God is good, right? And even if you don't believe, look at it like this as in a philosophical term that no one ever can achieve perfection. You know what I'm saying? Only perfect is perfect, but we are human. You know, pursue the best that you can achieve. Don't pursue the best that you see others achieve. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what gets us into these bad habits anyway. Because we trying to chase other people and other people's ideas of perfect. When you should just be doing the best you can. And when we start doing the best we can, is when we start becoming the best person that we can be anyway. That person that we wanted to be is what we start becoming when we start giving ourselves the time. Because if we don't give ourselves the time, we start giving our bad habits the time.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's true. That rings so true. Fuck.
It's the truth, man. Like when we ignore ourselves, we indulge the worst parts of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that's where I call shadow work, right? That's what they call shadow work. You know, when we don't address the aspects that we don't want to address, which is usually the present. It's not even the past; it's usually the present. Because a lot of us don't care about our past if it bore fruit a decent present. You know, but because it didn't, a lot of us
We're fixated on it.
Yeah. It gets to that point, man. So, my God, bro. This one's a good one.
It was. We're going to hand our time back to our viewers and call this episode a wrap. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, man. This has been a good one. But before I leave, I want to remind everybody, we not professionals.
But we have resources, links, numbers that you can reach out to professionals that can get you the help that you need in case you feel like harming yourself or others. Please don't.
And also, you know, we always say, I want to make sure I say it verbally too. Please contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. Again, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. This has been your boy Petty Rich.
This has been Mole Man.
And this is The Road Less Taken. You guys have a wonderful day.
Take care of yourselves.
Hey.